I am happy to join with you today in what will go down in history as the greatest demonstration for freedom in the history of our nation. I have a dream that my four little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today.
Well, happy MLK Day, everyone. It's an appropriate day to really consider, social justice, what's going on, paving the way for the kids and our future. And a great day to really talk about our next DOM, which is performance. So here we go. The overarching theme for DOM 3 is performance. And I am defining performance as an activity or presentation where an individual or group demonstrates understanding through a live or recorded performance. This form of mastery relies on active, expressive, and dynamic methods to showcase proficiency. DOM week for quarter 3 is the second to the last week of the quarter, which is March 10th through March 14th. There's only one new thing I'm introducing this quarter, but we're going to re-go over some of the new things we introduced last quarter. So as our checklist, this is the order of how things should go in the next couple of weeks. Next week or the following week, I will be scheduling a brainstorming session with you, and we will go over your ideas and how to cater them within a performative venue. At that time, you will send me a list of your requested supplies. You also need to confirm a space and time for your presentation. This one, more so than any other DOM, will probably involve an outside location. So the sooner the better, getting in where you want to go and what time for our presentation, because spaces will be limited. And so we really need to get timing together for this one. Um, if you are having parents and families invited to your DOM, community engagement is available to help set up and provide food and beverage and welcoming accommodations for your DOM. This is so very exciting. Again, we want to thank Zach and Viv for this opportunity, and we need to let them know as soon as possible what that schedule looks like. Then you will be turning in your student rubric and your parent newsletter to me. Your student rubric is the one new thing I will be addressing later on in this video. Your parent newsletter can go out at any time. As soon as we talk about your project, you go ahead and start announcing it to parents and families. If you are inviting families to your DOM, your invite should be sent out 2 weeks ahead of time. But there should also be a actual invite or promotional poster that goes out and invites either the personal invites to the admin team or your promotional poster, which needs to go up on the walls a week before your presentation. Also, at this time, then, you need to designate student MCs to kind of create a script for your presentation that introduces the project and the objective. Lastly, a week after the quarter has completed, I will be sending out a spreadsheet to report grades and percentages. And this is what gets sent off to the state to verify that we are completing our demonstration of mastery mission in our charter. My commitment to you is that we will sit down for a brainstorming session and I will give you a copy of your lesson plan. And I will also attend one of your sessions and give you feedback. It's important to me that I'm here for you through the whole process. And then I'm able to provide feedback, but also I'm just very excited to be a part of this experience with you. Okay, so new features in general. Our parent newsletter is one of our new features. It is, this came out of my short documentary that I created for our charter renewal. And I found that parents were not entirely aware of the demonstration of mastery process or that it happened in every class at every grade level. This particular item is necessary based on feedback from the parents. So as soon as you know what you're going to do, again, send out that email. By all means, include it in the monthly email, but this needs to be sent individually from your class. Okay. This is a personal message to parents, specifically addressing you and your class and what the parents can do to help with the students' education and involvement. What are some of the things that they're learning in this project? How can the parents get involved? What are some questions the parents can do? Do you need materials from the parents? Are there specific things that would be helpful to kind of bring in at home supplies? This is your opportunity, okay? The more communication, the better. Your class invite slash promo poster. It was very exciting the week before our DoM week last quarter to see all the walls promoting all the different presentations. I'm very excited for this to continue and to just see all the creativity and celebration of what the students are doing. As a reminder, the posters should go up a week before the presentation. These next two features kind of go hand in hand. The presentation should be student-led. What this means is that the students introduce the project. The students tell us about the objectives that they learned. And it's not just them showing us what they created. As an audience member, we are walked through the whole process from the beginning to the end. Now, this can look like having the objective posted on the wall. This could look like the MCs telling us what the objective of the project is. This could also be the MCs handing out flyers or programs with the objective and what we're expected to see within this presentation. So these two things go hand in hand. Just keep in mind that the whole thing is and should be student-led. I went over community engagement with you guys. So the last thing I really want to go over is our newest feature, which is student rubrics. And I specifically say student in front of rubrics because previously we have been using rubrics that I have sent to you. I'm still giving you a guideline, a template for quarter 3 rubric, but I need you to translate it into student-led and kid-friendly language. What I mean by this is that the students should be filling out the rubric, not the teacher. So the teacher is going to walk the student through all the different objectives of what needs to happen in their performance. But it's the student that's going to go back and say, did I do this, this, and this? Yes, okay, I can circle this category. And here is a really wonderful example from Bernadette from last quarter of what you could possibly do, especially in the younger years as a student-friendly rubric. Here is a rubric that Bernadette created for their sprouting competition last quarter. One recommendation I have offered teachers is to use pictures or emojis to accent the different categories of points, and then put it in first person language and saying, did I plant this carefully and water it every day? I also helped my table group with their planting. Okay, so you go over these individual things with them and then they get to circle their own thing. Ultimately, this will be beneficial for the student and for the teacher and making it a quicker process. The end goal is that the student has control and understands and takes complete ownership over this project. And it can start as early as kindergarten. Okay, the other document I want to share with you in this video are different ideas of what to do for your performance DOM. All of these were examples from last year's DOM, which were very exciting. So let's just kind of quickly go through them to give you an idea of some of the things that you can do for your performance DOM. The first thing is that you can create a play or a screenplay.
A Midsummer Night's Dream.
As a group, we chose to do Act 3.
Lo que hizo después de haber cortado el trigo, llegó el tiempo de molerlo para hacer la harina.
Another thing that I'm just like off the top of my head is I introduced I Have a Dream by, Martin Luther King Jr. That can be performed. These famous monologues and speeches can also be performed. Or maybe they can be rewritten in a different context. For STEM, you can create a escape room of different types of scientific and mathematical challenges and going from table to table.
All right, now, we're going to do the basic step. To the left. Take it back now, y'all. One hop this time. Right foot, let's start. Left foot, let's start. Cha-cha, real smooth. Turn it out.
We have had two very successful and amazing fashion shows. One had to do with alphabets, the other had to do with Earth Day and recyclable materials. You can create a scientific exploration of some kind of invention. This one was done by Mr. Greg's class last year and learning about rockets. You can do a music performance. The sky is the limit on the type of performance and the content and how you introduce that.
Hello, we are Lakeland Arts. Greetings, we are math. Hola, somos español, and we are the first grade class. De colores en los campos en la primavera.
Last year in middle school health, students physically represented the circulatory system.
Oxygen-poor blood, shown in blue, flows from the body to the right atrium.
We can visually see nursery rhymes in English and in Spanish.
Los pollitos dicen pío, 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 cuando tienen hambre, cuando tienen frío.
We can also take apart the alphabet and learn words and sentences and verbs through a performance of alphabet soup. In fourth grade last year, students learned restaurant commands, how to order something from a restaurant and recreate that whole experience. Also, if you want to get more involved at a higher level of the written word, students can do individual monologues or write their own manifestos.
I brought down lightning and fire, shaking the very earth with my power, and waking the dead from their graves. But I am done with these things. When it's done, I break my staff and drown my book in the sea.
Movement and PE. Last year, we had a whole theme because we hatched all of these chickens. So PE did the chicken dance competition, which I thought was absolutely wonderful and adorable. In fourth grade STEM last year, Miss Nini's class created a whole electric voltage Tinseltown. It was amazing. And the students turned on and on the different types of lights and explained to me all the different types of voltage and batteries that are used for each part of the town. In first grade last year for STEM, students recreated their own number narratives. They created these whole plays that involved different number components and sentences put together.
Action. And he got 20 hats and saw 5 people going to the beach.
Gotta go with your lesson.
He bought 2 more hats, but he got Santa hats. How many things did he see in hats?
Here we go. Sign language applause.
I was like, wait a minute.
Sign language applause. Yes.
Middle school history created their own Jeopardy of New Mexican history and components along that line. Going back to humanities and literacy, you can do a poetry competition, different spoken words. You could even do a spelling bee. Spelling bees can be very exciting and interesting, or you could create your own trivia game. Last but not least, in having an archaeological dig. So there are so many different things that you are already happening in our classrooms that we can make as a performance value, and we can really show our parents and our community how we're putting into action and emotion what we're learning in our classrooms. So I'm very excited. This tends to be kind of the most exciting DOM of the year just because it's so lively and energetic. I cannot wait to get started on this journey with you. Have a wonderful rest of your day.